it's time for Drew's News, your sick riff on that good news guitar. And with me at the desk is a rock star of news programs, Ross Matthews.
Yes, rock star drums. Play drums. Hi.
I love everything. Guitar. Bass. Sax.
This is air tambourine. Hey.
I'd be that girl in the band. I would. I'd be the tambourine girl. No musical talent here, but lots of musical appreciation.
Of course.
Oh, Rossi, I love you.
Thank you. I have to say, it is Bring Your Fiancé to Work Day.
It is?
Wellington, my fiancé, is in the corner.
Where is he, Wellington?
Dr. Fiancé.
Hi,
I know.
Oh, Welly, I'm so happy to see you. Okay, first up, we're going to get right in and talk about how to make social media a better place. Insider reports Meghan Markle has one suggestion. She thinks that Instagram should add a dislike button. She says it would allow people to show they disagree without having to pile on more and more negative comments. She and Harry famously quit social media after all the toxic messages. Harry recently cited one interesting report that found 70% of the hate speech aimed at Meghan came from just 50 accounts.
Really?
It's, you know, what this made me realize also is if I was to try and find some positive aspect of this, that I thought that maybe instead of everybody going bananas and being mean to each other, maybe these smaller sources are just getting blown up out of proportion and seeming like the bigger picture, when if you get down to the root of the root and the bud of the bud, maybe it's a little more narrow and not so widespread, the negativity. So I thought, as much as this was so illuminating, maybe it goes to show that there is not as much vitriol out on the planet. Maybe it's coming from smaller sources and sort of, you know, getting blown out of proportion.
Like it's a small negative minority who's just real loud?
I think that's what my naive, optimistic, you know, happy, positive person wants to believe. But that is a fascinating stat. I would have not guessed that.
No. Well, I want to quote the great Taylor Swift, haters gonna hate, 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 hate. No matter what you do. The thing about a dislike button is to me, it feels like a welcome mat for negativity. It's, you know, it's too many options, like or dislike. People are negative enough online. You know what I'd rather have than a dislike button? A big old block button. Because if you come at me and you're negative, peace out, goodbye. Yes.
You can block people.
Yeah, but it's like a 3-step process. They're like, are you sure you want to block them? Have you thought about it? Are you really sure? Girl, I'm sure. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Okay, Ross, your story.
Here is our next story about the two most, well, going from negativity to now the most disliked colors of paint out there.
Oh, hate on paint?
Yes, but we're going to see what you guys think. Because Apartment Therapy reports that according to a new survey by Modsy, which is an interior design service, the least desired paint colors for your home are orange and pink. I know, and I'm sorry to orange and pink. We still love you, we do. But people just don't want you all over their walls. They say orange is too closely associated with traffic cones. I kind of see it in that shade of orange, just a little bit. And that pink is a little too Pepto-Bismol, you know?
Well, I'm going to disagree. There is a way to work with any color, and you can also use it as trim or accent, but I wouldn't negate orange or pink. In fact, I painted a kitchen pink. I'll show you some pictures of it.
I love this.
Yeah, yep, I went real kitschy and funky because there was pre-existing tile that someone thought, I know, I'm going to do racer, like NASCAR stripe through bright green tile. Thank you to the previous owner. And so I just wanted to work around that. I didn't want to demo the kitchen. I don't have that ability right now. One day I'd like to attack this kitchen. So instead I got some pink paint and some wallpaper, and it was like green and dark. And I just changed the whole thing with wallpaper and paint.
That's a cheap way to make a huge difference in a house.
I like to say, don't renovate, innovate.
Thank you so much. I'm so inspired by your use of color and paint because, you know, when it comes to like clothes, I'll wear anything. Sequins, velvet. I'm like Cher at the Oscars, okay? Just put it on me.
Bob Mackie.
Thank you. But interior, you've seen pictures of my house. It's like white and stark and it's like an art gallery. But like if it were up to me, it'd be boring. So I'm so inspired by you looking at a kitchen and thinking, pink. Okay. Will you help me redo like my master bedroom or something?
Oh
Just
my
paint.
God, yes!
Would you really?
I just did your dressing room. Yes.
Okay, help me tackle the one. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited. Stay tuned for pictures.
Okay, next we've got a story for all those good boys and girls out there. Yes, I'm talking to all the doggies watching Drew's news. So the Good News Network reports that a dad in New Zealand just opened a stick library for dogs in his neighborhood.
Oh, wow.
You know, people put out books for people to get. Well, Andrew Taylor, he noticed that there were very few sticks at the local park. So he cut some from his backyard and he made a stick box and brought it to the park with a sign that says Stick Library, please return. He's the fairy godfather of fetch. Rossi!
I know.
When I see something like this, it just makes me have all that faith and, you know, life-affirming inspiration that I need and seek from humanity.
I know, like as a human being, think to yourself, have you ever been as happy as a dog looks with a bone? Like, when's the last time you were like, just so happy that something made you that purely blissful, you know? And if it takes a stick to do it for a dog, then get him a stick. All right, next we've got a man with a food plan that it might make him a financial genius. I couldn't believe this. The New York Post reports Dylan from Santa Clarita managed to save thousands of dollars by eating all of his meals at the local Six Flags theme park. Drew, because here's how it worked. It turns out the Santa Clarita diet is not body parts, it's burgers and churros. Starting in 2014, Dylan paid $150 for an annual pass. It's a lot of money, right? But he noticed that it included 2 free meals a day. The first year, he never even went grocery shopping. He just timed it out on the Six Flags diet. Dylan paid off his loans, got married, and bought a house with all the money he saved.
Really?
He would time it. He could go there twice a day and get free lunch. So he would schedule his lunch and dinner while the park was open, and he'd go there and eat up to 3 to 4 times a week. He'd have the churros, the hot dogs. If I was eating at Six Flags, my weight would be like a roller coaster. But this man is a genius. Thousands of dollars he saved.
He is. They want to make sure he gets some Metamucil and a whole bunch of vegetables. But
yeah, they don't really have a kale stand at Six Flags.
Yeah,
right?
I'm sure they do have sensible options, though.
I hope so.
My question is Six Flags going to hear about this?
Yes.
And change protocol?
Well, I hope not, because I could eat churros for a year. I don't know about you. Sign me up.
Well, speaking of fried foods, before we go, we have a pick from the Little Yellow Book, which is our personally curated list of stuff that we love. And we hope that you can get into, too. It's just stuff we think, you know what would be so nice if we shared this information and maybe somebody else liked it. Okay, so this week, I'm very excited. I follow Trader Joe's food reviews on Instagram. Anybody else?
That's right.
It's so amazing. So, of course, I came across the fact that they are making hash browns.
Yep.
Yum, 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 yums. So, for just $1.99 for a pack of 10 Golden Beauties from Trader Joe's. They're crispy, they're delicious, mushy and melty on the inside, just like you like them.
Yum.
Okay. Show of hands, who likes McDonald's hash browns?
Just about everybody.
This is really giving me that flavor.
Totally.
Oh my gosh, we'll be right back. These are amazing.
Game changer.